Hi there. I'm Howard, your retired teacher, back again with more thoughts on the pandemic situation. Some weeks ago, I did my first in this series when the body count was at 20,000. Then it went up to 30,000, then 40,000, and now it's over 50,000. Corona crisis, take 4. What do we know? What have we learned? More than 50,000 of our relatives and loved ones were not protected and have unnecessarily died, while their safety was compromised by those in office, making late and wrong decisions. Those in positions of authority have not diligently discharged their duties to the public. None take responsibility for failures, and each blames the others. The non-viral medical needs of the nation have been completely overlooked by our leaders, and soon hundreds of thousands more people with various medical and psychological illnesses that have been neglected and put on hold will also unnecessarily die prematurely. Closed clinics and dental practices that lacked the necessary PPE to remain functioning will now all have to catch up with a huge backlog of seriously sick patients, many with terminal illnesses. What kind of fake lockdown did we get in the UK? So ineffective and so late in coming, where infected hospital patients were discharged into care homes lacking PPE, and millions of travellers were let in through our borders without medical screening. Where the virus has been allowed to spread freely throughout the nation from day one, it is now too late to lock the doors to the stable after the horses have bolted. There remains only damage limitation. We shouldn't try to kid ourselves that we're making good progress and reducing the number of deaths. The number of deaths has been rising all along, accumulating to an astronomical subtotal of more than 50,000 lost relatives and loved ones who have perished needlessly. They can't be brought back to life. How many busloads of people would it take to visualize the enormous number of dead citizens? More than 1,000 fully loaded buses would be needed to transport all the dead to the crematoriums and graveyards. When push comes to shove, why is it that the UK, one of the richest nations in the world, has performed so badly and lost so many tens of thousands of lives compared to other countries of similar stature and size? We must take a closer look at our leaders, whose attitude has been arrogant and oblivious to the dangers and condescending towards the people, who are just as intelligent as they are, if not more so. How could our leaders publish critical safe distancing and hand-washing measures while they carelessly flouted their own rules and caught and spread the virus themselves? How could they intentionally limit our testing for the virus and advocate that herd immunity is the way forward, when other countries were heeding the WHO warnings and following their advice to the letter? Talk is cheap, but now is the time to walk the walk. those responsible at the very top of government must be held to account and removed, booted out, made to walk the plank before they can cause further damage to our health and economy, especially now that the Brexit deadline is fast approaching and we need world market resuscitation in the wake of the extensive lockdowns. First, we should respectfully honour all our many thousands of dead with a day of national mourning, and then form an emergency national unity government that includes MPs of all opposition parties to work together in these times of national crisis.